Project slide rule? Yeah, slide rule project, progress 12, like update 6 or something. Been working a lot of the, more recently, I can't remember what I did in the first, like, bit of this progress report, but for the past 2 weeks or so, I've been, I guess, 2 weeks, yeah, it's been a while. I've been kind of on and off working on machining a lot of these little aluminum parts. They're really tiny. Most of the time went into finding all the tooling and figuring out how to get this thing set up, because we really lack a lot of the tooling. A lot of it I did on just the lathe, space standoffs and stuff. Another fancier standoff, but a lot of them I've been more recently moving over to using our CNC mill in robotics. So this thing right here, been using it as a lathe. So just, clamped up the 2 types of tooling I needed in the vise, and then stuck a collet in the spindle. If you would focus. And I've just been, clamping my stock up in the spindle and turning it down with the tooling, using it as one would use a lathe. And the CNC component of it has been really helpful in that. That's what I've been using to get all these buttons, the little pushy buttons turned. I've been working off a, what happened to all the paper? Paper on somewhere. God damn it, why did they get rid of everything? Also, yeah, but this is the lathe I was working on. I swear, like, everything on this machine is just, somebody else is using it recently, which is why this is in the friggin' Jacob's chuck. But every major component of this thing has something wrong with it, except for the chuck. I mean, the 3-jaw seems to be working fine, but like the fucking threading doesn't work. Luckily, the feeding does, so I don't use the threading a whole lot unless I want to do, go a little bit faster, but whatever. And then, like, the tool posts, we barely have enough tool posts. This top slide is just jammed to shit, like the little top slide. It's just, like, something's wrong with the actual rails in there, with the gib or something, I don't know. It binds up when you go this way, and then when you go that way, it gets really friggin' loose. It's like on a taper or something. I don't know how that happened, but, so yeah, I just locked this thing down and didn't even use it. I just used side, just, moving it side like that, and then I used an indicator to actually give me precise control over that. But that was what I was using for a while, and I don't know. I had to do a lot of really janky shit, which was really annoying, because all our tooling is bad, man. But I don't even want to start going over all the janky shit I had to do. Like, I was using some of the router bits as tooling just because that's all I really... the only thing we had small enough that could do these small components, which is part of the problem. Is I'm trying to do really small stuff when we're usually the smallest stuff we ever do is like 1/2-inch standoffs like this on the robotics team, but still, like, we should be able to do small stuff. I don't get it. But yeah, so that's about it. Why is the crossing bell weird? Anyways, so that's about all I can currently recollect for this progress report. Just a little quick. Also, I got boxes. I got a lot of little electronic components, fun stuff, and I got my PCBs, so I'm going to assemble that soon here. Where did they go? They went somewhere. Oh, there they are, back there. So I have the boards. I only really needed one, but look at those buses. Look at how many traces there are there. It's a lot of traces. Anyways, yeah, buttons. Did screw up the ordering. I should have purchased 11, but I accidentally only purchased 1 button, so I need to send in another Mauser order for that, which sucks. I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer on that in particular. But I can get started on the rest of it, which is good. Traveling bell is going off because it's weird and silly like that. But yeah. been working on that a lot. Yeah, I need to get some stuff soldered down on that. Like I said, I got it a couple days back, so haven't really had an opportunity. Been trying to turn off all these parts quickly. The finish, I'm getting back to these parts real quick. The finish has been kind of weird. It's been getting a really rough finish on most of them, unless I turn the feed rate down to like 0.1 inches per minute, which is like way slow. Oh my god, that thing takes forever. It takes like 15-minute long cuts, and I'm just sitting there on my cell phone. But other than unless you do that, the finish is kind of not the nicest. I think it's the tooling. I don't know, maybe it's the recipe. I haven't looked too much into feeds and speeds, but it shouldn't be as rough as it feels, honestly. But yeah, that's about it for this progress update. Yeah.